the reenactment of an epic tale.
We all know about the Battle of Bunker Hill. We all know about Lexington and Concord. But this was the first battle where you would see thousands of men out there in the field.
And while there may not have been thousands of soldiers present, these men came together at Greenwood Cemetery to reenact one of the most important battles of the American Revolution. 240 years later, the ringing cannon fire brings us back to America's first major fight. It was 8 weeks after the signing of the Declaration of Independence. Troops were sleeping in tents and eating barely edible food. American troops were surrounded, and British troops were closing in on all sides. Washington saw no other way. They had to retreat.
It's covered in darkness and fog. It's the evening of August 29th, and under the noses of the British, it was able to evacuate over 6,000 men across the harbor into the city.
The New York City battles, including this one, were actually pretty rough, and the British forces were actually able to push the Americans out.
Although over 3,000 Americans were either killed or captured, the British had made a grave mistake in their battle, letting Washington and his troops get away. This allowed the Americans to fight another day and win the revolution. Today, amid the gunfire and smoke, we honor the sacrifice of the American troops in Brooklyn.
Pretty tough, resilient people. You know, they put a good fight up.
We, as locals, can learn more about our history.
And although Washington was the last soldier to leave Brooklyn, he would return to New York City 5 years later to serve as America's first president. Reporting for Currents, I'm Katie Engesser.